All right, should be streaming, should be going. Let's see if y'all can see me in the chat. Let's see if y'all can. All right, can you hear me? Can you see me? Mama, can you see me? No, I think it's Papa, can you see me? Sweet, I see at least a thumbs up in the ether. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCAST 22. With me, as always, is my narcoleptic co-pilot, Wolfgang. Hey, bud. Totally unconscious. Absolutely out. Not to worry. He always wakes up sometime before the end of the show. All right. Let's see, how many folks do we see down here that are already with us? 34. Excellent. The picture and sound are perfect tonight, says Miss Chloe. Thank you very much. Aaron Reeves says, I see you, but the sound is delayed. Do you mean, is there like a big separation between the audio and the visual? Or are we all... Yes, Vaudacity Network. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right, so I'm assuming that all the technical details are working. Audio and visual looks good. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so inspired by the sleeping cougar to my left here, thought I'd start out tonight with a little John Cougar Mellencamp. There's a black man with a black cat living in a black neighborhood. He's got interstate running through his front yard. You know, he thinks that he's got it so good. There's one mud in the kitchen, cleaning up the evening slide. And he looks at her and he says, hey, darling, I remember when you could stop and cry. But ain't that America? You and me. Ain't that America? Something to see, baby. Ain't that America? Home of the free. Hey, little pink houses for you and me. Ooh, for you and me. There's a young man in a t-shirt, listen to a rock and roll station. He's got greasy hair and a greasy smile. He says, Lord, this must be my destination. 'Cause they told me when I was younger, said, boy, you're gonna be president. But just like everything else, those old crazy dreams kinda came and went. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me. Ain't that America? Something to see, baby. Ain't that America? Home of the free. Yeah. Little pink houses for you and me. Ooh, for you and me. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, there's people and more people. Oh, do they know? Go to work and somehow rise and vacation down at the Gulf of Mexico. There's winters big deal. Comes the Superman, baby, pays for thrills, the pills that kill. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? Home of the free, yeah. Little big houses for you and me. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? Home of the free, little big houses for you and me, oh, for you and me, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh, Jesus, I've lost my little wooden medallion. What am I ever going to clutch my pearls at when I'm feeling shocked and dismay at Wolfgang's wanton bestiality? Bestiality? No, bestial. Bestial. You ever know the word that you're trying to say and then you say the exact wrong? I'm just going to stop talking now. That's first. Wolfgang. He's still completely asleep. I can't see the, I just hope not to see the button that David McDonald makes out of that one next. Jesus, all of a sudden I feel like Arthur. Do you guys, okay, that would be an interesting crossover for this audience in particular. So Arthur was a movie in the early 80s, as I recall, about an eccentric, rich, constantly drunk piano player. And he's very British, and he's always drunk. And that was the secret to learning a good Jack Sparrow impersonation, because Jack Sparrow is the exact same voice, but about 4 steps lower. Arthur. Credit's where credit is due. Is it smoky where you are? Wherever you are? Because it's sure as hell smoky here. I have not been able to get out and go do any cardio more than once in the last week and a half. Because I think just going outside for a walk is like smoking a half a pack of cigarettes. All right, here's a classic from Elton John. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the bed, pretty eye, pirate smile, merry music man. Ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my head. feel so real, right here, no one near, and only you. You can hear me. Now say softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of leather. You had a busy day today. Jesus breathes out in the streets, handing tickets out to God, turning back. She just laughs, but the bar is not that bad. Piano man, he makes us stay in the auditorium, looking on. She sings the songs, the words she knows, the tune she holds. Oh, how it feels so real, right here, nobody near, and only you. You can't hear me. Now say softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of leather. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlight on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of leather. You had a busy day today. So, one of the insights that I had gathered from literally before my first LoveCAST was never look at the chat during a song, and I just internally illustrated exactly why the fuck that's a good rule. Who was that made the reference to Friends back there? I just saw it float through in the chat, and I didn't even see the name. I'm trying not to look, because that has got to be one of my favorite. Friends was a very well-written show for those of you that weren't born yet and seeing television in the 90s. And one of the best bits ever was one of the characters saying, referring to that extraordinarily sweet song that Elton John wrote for that Who's the Boss guy. And on the other five kind of look at her like, well, what the hell are you talking about? And she says, oh, you know, hold me close, young Tony Danza. I think that joke literally, I think that was 25 years ago, and I remember that as one of the funniest goddamn things I have ever seen on television. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bud's Carl Forrester in the chat here. Bud's asking for Candle in the Wind, and I can't quite tell with Bud's sense of humor if that's a real request or more likely if he's actually just mocking me. I'm going with the latter here. But in terms of requests, I also saw float by in the chat something voiced several times, which was a request for an encore of what was played on Paulie's online variety show last Saturday. Wolfgang, you still with us? Still asleep. And I left the sliding glass door open because none of the cabins around me are rented and like blasting crappy loud music for the first time in quite a while. Can you guys hear the woodpecker? It's very quiet in here for once. I'm in the cabin in the fucking woods. What am I doing? All right. So, I think it was up here. Thank you again to Miss Patty Pinkstaff, who gave me this guitar. And interestingly enough, with the English language, is the word gave me this guitar, or is the word now gifted me this guitar? Somewhere in the last 10 years, it seems like that verb has changed. And I'm not sure if there is a whom correct dividing line, but but wrong or right, apologies in advance to the Big Lebowski fans out there, because this is the Eagles. And I'm going to tune this guitar and start this again. So when I said thank you to Patty Pinkstaff for how much I love this guitar, I play it so much I broke a string this morning. And I have a hard and fast rule of never play a guitar the same day that you've changed the strings because of tuning problems. So, take two. Head grew heavy and my sight couldn't dim. Had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle. She showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. Thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year you can find her here. Her mind is tipping and twisted. She's got the Mercedes Benz. Oh, she's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. And the dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. So dance to remember and so dance to forget. So I called up the captain. I said, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. They're living up at the Hotel California. Such a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling. Pink champagne on ice. And she says, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gathered for a feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was hurting for the door. I had to find the passage back, the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Thank you. All right. Let's see if this guitar is gonna stay in tune or if it will have to be abandoned until next week's. You're getting one more shot. I'm giving you one more shot to stay in tune here, Johnny. Apparently I just named the guitar Johnny. Okay, so I would like to do a little segment on this week's show of semi-obscure stuff that you probably never heard of, but might sound somewhat familiar. This is awfully specific, I know. And I'm going to start this off with a little block. Yeah, I'm going to start this off. I'm going to start this off with the theme song for a television show that you should all watch at some point in your lives, sooner or later. I'm going to say the second biggest crime that the Fox Broadcasting Association has ever committed was to cancel an incredible show called Firefly after one season. Fox's great redemption, of course, is like 30 years of The Simpsons. Fox's greatest crime shall go unmentioned because I don't want these LoveCasts to become political. In fact, this should be quite the opposite, an escape from what pisses you off on a regular basis. So, continuing on the theme of escape from what pisses you off on a regular basis, here's the theme song to one of my favorite television shows ever made, Firefly. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stay. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place that I can be since I found serenity. But you can't take the sky from me. Man, Malcolm Reynolds is a character that could have never come about without Han Solo. And but that's not to say that he's some sort of trite ripoff of Han Solo either. That's to say that that's got to be the pinnacle of Nathan Fillion's career. Because if that dude ever has a better casting than Malcolm Reynolds, I haven't seen it. Oh, unless it was one of the bug guard soldier type characters out of the season finale of Rick and Morty, season 2, I think it was. Because Nathan Fillion was pretty damn funny in that. All right, so continuing along the theme of stuff you never heard but will probably like. When I was a teenager, when I was 17 specifically, when I was 17, I remember sitting in the in the dining room with a big pair of hi-fi headphones, listening to vinyl, listening to record player, listening to my mom's old Beatles records, my dad's old Doors records. And one day, I specifically remember this, my senior year in high school, I was 17, and I'm listening to a Beatles album, and I'm just having a spiritual experience. And Mom walks in and sees me with the headphones on. She just starts laughing her ass off. I'm like, what? And she says, it just occurred to me that you are listening to not only the same albums
as I was listening to when I was exactly your age, but the actual same wax copy of the same album that I was listening to when I was your age, and I was just blown away. Well, somewhere in that same era, I was also listening to Jethro Tull, quite a lot, in fact. And when people asked me what kind of music it was, I just made up a term that I never heard from any kind of music critic. I never heard from the band, any of the musicians in the band. The term I came up with for this particular music selection is agrarian rock. It's like rock from not only another age, but another way of life. And they have some incredible songs like Broadsword and Heavy Horses and The Mouse Police Never Sleeps, which is about a bunch of sentient mouse night watchman guards that are always on the lookout for cats that are coming to eat them as a group. I think Suki Lammers is watching right now. I hope Suki is watching, because Suki and I went and saw Ian Anderson at the Hollywood Bowl like 15 years ago. I don't know what year it was. So, enough preamble. By the way, for the young Americans that don't know this British agrarian term, a weathercock is the iron sculpture that sits atop the thing that is over on the barn, usually used as a lightning rod and points which direction is north. It's like a very traditional iron sculpture that you see in all the farms in England. Good morning, weathercock. How did you fare last night? Did the cold wind bite you? Did you face up to the fright? When the leaves spin from October and whip around your tail, did you shake from the blast? Did you shiver through the gale? Give us direction, the best of goodwill. Put us in touch with your fair winds. Sing to us softly an evening song. Tell us what the blacksmith has done for you. Do you simply reflect changes in the patterns of the sky? Or is it true to say the weather heeds the twinkle in your eye? Did you fight the rush of winter and hold snowflakes at bay? Did you lift the dawn sun from the fields and help him on his way? Good morning, weathercock, make this day bright. Put us in touch with your fair wind. Sing to us softly an evening song. Point the way to better days we can share with you. Good morning, weathercock, make this day bright. Put us in touch with your fair winds. Sing to us softly an evening song. Point the way to better days we can share with you. So, if I have one album to recommend that y'all take a listen to before next week, it would be Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. And by the way, just like Mazzy Star, just like Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull is not a member of the band. It's the name of the band. In this particular case, Pink Floyd's not a real historical person. Mazzy Star is not a real historical person. However, Jethro Tull was the guy who invented the seed press, changed the face of farming. Yeah, he actually moved the human species forward with one mechanical invention. Sidebar, if anybody has any like YouTube videos to recommend or any kind of like instructional things on how to cut your hair, I am like just all over the damn place, and I've trimmed my beard once or twice during this pandemic. I think I'm actually gonna brave picking up a pair of scissors and trying a haircut before next week. So, if the next LoveCAST happens and I'm just like totally bald or have a crew cut or something, you know I screwed it up, I'm okay, I don't have cancer, I'm just really bad at this my first time trying. All right. I'm gonna now continue this obscure Jethro Tull theme with a little more agrarian rock. I believe in fires at midnight when the dogs have all been fed. Golden toddy on the mantle, a broken gun beneath the bed. Silken mists outside the window, frogs and newts slip in the dark. Too much hurry ruins the body. I'll sit easy and fan the spark. Kindled by the dying embers of another working day. Go upstairs, take off your makeup, fold your clothes neatly away. Me, I'll sit and write this love song as I all too seldom do. Build a little fire this midnight. It's good to be back home with you. Kindled by the dying embers of another working day. Go upstairs, take off your makeup, fold your clothes neatly away. Me, I'll sit and write this love song as I all too seldom do. Build a little fire this midnight. It's good to be back home with you. In these strange times of isolation, I've found myself sitting next to a fire at midnight pretty frequently and wishing I had somebody else in addition to this gray beast to share that with. So, yeah, that's Fire at Midnight by Jethro Tull. I'm going to play one more obscure one before... No, I'm going to play a couple more obscure ones. Hell with that. Yeah, so this is a group that put out an album in 1995 called Glow. And like Mazzy Star, who I already mentioned, personally just in my personal aesthetic of relaxing kind of music, my version of trance music, i.e. that which puts me into a relaxed sort of trance, is usually a group with a guitar and heavy reverb drenched female vocals. Mazzy Star really embodies that. The Cowboy Junkies really embody that, and they take a more bluesy approach than Mazzy Star. But also in that category was this mid-90s group called Innocence Mission.
And you live life with your arms reached out, eye to eye when speaking. Enter rooms with great joy shouts, happy to be meeting, and be bright, 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 bright as yellow, warm as yellow. And I do not wish to be a rose, I do not wish to be pale pink, flower scarlet, flower gold, have no thorns to distance me, but be bright, 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 bright as yellow, warm as yellow. Even if I'm shining, even if I'm shining here inside, even if I'm shining and see that I want to, I wanna be so bright, 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 bright as yellow. Warm as yellow. Warm as yellow.
So that song is called Bright as Yellow by the Innocence Mission. And this next one is this next one was from a West Hollywood local band that I guarantee no one that's listening will have heard of, because I think they put out one album and broke up and went their own various ways, such as the tendency of so many West Hollywood bands over the decades. The one exception to people that will have heard of this is Aubrey Richmond. Are you listening? Are you in the hike? Where the hell did I come up with that verb? Aubrey Richmond, are you in the chat? Aubrey is a musician that I knew originally from Disneyland, and she was playing fiddle with the Bootstrappers when I met her. And this is one of those times that I'm like distracted by the chat. And Matthew King says, back to the weathercock story, I have one that came off my grandparents' cabin. That is awesome, Matt. That is really cool. Okay, so yeah, Aubrey Richmond was has been a friend of mine from like way back when. I don't even remember, and it looks like Dariana knows Aubrey. I bet a bunch of y'all know Aubrey. Well, Aubrey introduced me to this group, and I even met up with her at a couple of concerts before this group broke up. And this song, this was my favorite song of theirs. This is Earthman.
We got bombs and we got guns. We got everything you could want under the sun. We got pleasure, we got pain. We got people here who think that they're the same. We're the fallen in the war. We're the bullets and the law. We're the kiss of love that heals it all. It's so pretty down here. It might move you to tears. It's so pretty down here. It might move you to tears. The lovers and the diehards, oh. And I never met a madman who didn't have a cause. And I never met a pervert who didn't have a broken heart. And I have I've never met a madman who didn't have a cause. Never met a pervert who didn't have a broken heart. And I am an earthquake.
with me. Man. So Aubrey Richmond sometimes has a show, a live cast that she does at 8 o'clock. I don't believe she's doing it tonight, but next time she's got one that I'm aware of, I'll definitely tell you about. Wow, I have got so much more music than I can fit into the hour prepared for you all this week. This is decision making on the fly. Damn. What's not gonna make the cut, or what's gonna have to get pushed back to next week? Hard to choose, but one that's definitely gonna make it, I'm definitely gonna play right now, is the lady who does the Instagram, who does the social media for Vaudacity, just learned that she is a fan of The Cure. So Christina Bailin, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Forgive me, I've only seen this in print. It's Bailin? Christina B. Here's a little Cure for you.
Ever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Ever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you,
love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Is that a Fault Lines cover? I'm seeing Thomasina played that, and wow. All right. I didn't know they did, but I commend their excellent taste. Let's see. Oh, it's painfully close to 7 o'clock. Oh, and it is 7 o'clock, but you know what? I had several requests, and we haven't moved over here to my video accompanist yet this week. So I'm going to do one more here for you all. And a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have a tragic association with this song, with like cute, helpless little animals in cages. So, pink elephant in the room. Don't think about the thing I'm talking about. Don't let that imagery creep into your mind. Follow me over here. And if Instagram is still going, it cuts off after exactly 59 minutes. So that is an if. If Instagram is still going, I apologize because you are not going to get this in your audio. But that is why I have the Instagram thing set up as a behind the scenes. So this is the new video that is up on Hunter's Acoustic Cabin that I just posted this past Monday. And if you have not yet, please subscribe to Hunter's Acoustic Cabin. All right. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, break that'll make it okay. There's always some reason I feel not good enough. It's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction for release. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, at least it maybe find some peace tonight. So tired of the straight line everywhere you turn. It's vultures and thieves at your back. keeps on twisting, keeps on building the lies that you make up for all that you like. Don't make no difference. Escaping one last time, it's easier to believe in this sweet madness, and this glorious sadness brings me to my knees in the arms of the angel. Hotel room and the endlessness that you feel. You were born from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel, where you find some comfort. Well, that concludes LoveCAST 22. And, David, I'm glad to provide a reality escape for you, for everybody. Thank you all very much for taking an hour out of the week. I hope it's left you with a loving, positive vibe. That's the point of it all. And also, as part of the point of it all, as always, I'm gonna leave the camera going, just focused on the fire for a little while, so as not to kill the chat right away, and for everyone to say goodbye. Thanks for listening. Take care of each other. I love you all.
say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll feed you. Okay? Okay. Look, I know you can't read, but people are saying that they can see you and hear you in the chat. Good night. I'm gonna feed this beast.